So we'll do a live reaction. I'm gonna do the Switch 2. We're gonna watch it. That's pretty cool. So do you got the screen? It's bigger. Um, I like that it's bigger. I do really. I mean, I play the Switch OLED, which is slightly bigger screen. Um, there isn't many times where I look at it and be like, bigger, perhaps, mayhaps, but I will take it. I'm gonna frame by frame this, yeah. Okay, so it looks like it has more of a texture on it. Is that what that was? Okay, so you got a port in the bottom, USB-C. Oh, you can see some. There's some grate. That must be heat grates on the sides there. Might be heat grates. I like big screens. I cannot lie. That's right. So I don't know. Maybe that's for the heat. These are screws. That's for opening it up if you want to replace the something. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, there's a power button, volume, I like that. There's it's a game changer right there. This is a unique feature that Hoverbat made into Zelda 2 that wasn't in the original. There's a USB-C right on the top. Right on the top. Yeah, it's not tri-wing screws. Nintendo's just not fucking around. They're just like, hey, you use your screwdriver. We know you go into these things. We've seen Tronix fix. We've seen Tronix fix. We know you open these things up. We're going to use regular ass screws. We know he sells an iFixit kit. Yeah, anyway. Headphone jack. So they got something on Apple right there. They got something on Apple. Headphone jack. So, their iPhone don't got that. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, that's pretty cool. I think if I was playing a game, and I didn't like if I was like my wife divorced me and I had to live in like a one bedroom house and I couldn't hang a TV on the wall and all I had was a sad table. I would play it like this. I would play it like that, on the table right in front of me. I look down on it. Like every time, like there would be a load screen, I could see my sad face every time in the black screen. Looking down, and you'd see your double chin. Although I have a beard right now, but I probably, if I shave this off, I'd just have the biggest double chin. Be looking down. I'd be playing with the controller like this, laying down. It could be cool for like tabletop games. Let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at these guys. Um, Joy-Cons, they're bigger. So I hope. Do you think would it be funny? Wouldn't it be really really funny if they do not address joystick drift? If they just they're like, ah, fuck it, it's gonna drift. These are like continuing to not address it even in the next generation. I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't doubt it. But I'm hoping there's gonna be Hall joysticks on that. I see like another button here. I don't know what that is. They leave it unmarked. But they just look like Joy-Cons. They're Joy-Cons but bigger. You don't got the. Okay, what's your guys' opinions on D-pads? Button D-pads or the cross D-pads? Let's go. I played most of the game in kickstand. Oh, okay, yeah, that's interesting. Um, yeah, I have been playing a lot in docked mode, not so much handheld mode. Even though I got that nice OLED screen on the Switch OLED, you dock that shit. I hope it drifts more. I hope it Tokyo drifts. I hope the sticks Tokyo drift myself all the way to Tronix Fix, where he will sell me an iFixit kit so I can fix and replace my joysticks with Hall sensor joysticks. It needs a real D-pad. That's interesting, yeah. Well, I want to see the new Pro Controller too because the Pro Controller I like a lot, but the D-pad is garbage. So I would need to feel the Pro Controller. I would need to feel the D-pad. You got to play a classic game like the original Zelda 1, and you got to see how that D-pad functions. Because I remember I got the Pro Controller. I was so excited when the Switch came out, and then I played. I think I played Zelda on it, and I was trying to use the D-pad, up, down, left, right, and it would do miss presses. It's like there's not a good pivot on that D-pad, and I know there's fixes for it. I know people have fixed it and put like pivots in there, tape shit, so that you don't get mispresses or false presses. But I'm not doing that. I can't. I don't have a Tronix Fix kit. Okay, I don't have an iFixit kit. So I hope these do just. I hope they're good joysticks actually. And the buttons I don't mind. I don't mind the buttons on the Joy-Cons. I don't mind that there's buttons. I don't. But the Pro Controller needs to have a nice D-pad. So that's I'm sticking with the original layout. 4 buttons for the D-pad on the Joy-Con. Fine, do it. And then you need to fix that goddamn D-pad on the Pro Controller. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, I do like the colors here. So look, there's some colors. I like that accent. It's kind of a way to harken back to that original Switch type thing, but making it kind of more of a serious pro gamer look. I like it. I like it. There's buttons too. Yeah, there's those better be Hall joysticks. I really, they should be. Hall sensor joysticks. That's what I'm thinking. Hall sensor joysticks. We're doing it. All right, so here we go. This is the controversial. They're sliding around. So actually, I think that's what would be. So these are obviously like some sort of. They look like mice sliding across the table, like they're infesting your house and pooping and peeing everywhere. These mice. So it does look like that's a mouse mode where you would. So if especially in tabletop mode, that with that nice lean and you had a mouse, it's kind of like a little laptop, I guess, right? The Joy-Con has some Cheeto dust on it. Yeah, it's gunking up all the crevices with its Cheeto dust. I think that's very interesting. The mouse mode could be very interesting with things like Mario Maker, where you're making something with precision. It could be interesting for real-time strategy games or like Advance Wars. I think that would be really cool to have mouse. The mouse feature will be used once and then forgotten. Yes, it's going to be like the IR sensor, which was used in like 13 games. So I don't know. Anyway. But we also obviously we want Mario Paint. We want Mario Paint. Super Switch Mario Paint. That's what we want. So okay, so people were saying that this might be a huge failure point. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, look at a N64 game. They got. I guess you're not holding an N64 game, so and this is wider too, so you wouldn't. It wouldn't be a failure point if you're not holding it. So I guess that's not a concern. But the real test will be if my kids handle this thing and break the shit out of it. The mouse thing I didn't pick up on until all the reaction videos were talking about it. I saw in the leaks people were saying there's an IR sensor for mouse control. So I've been aware. Sly was aware for quite a bit. I call BS if it wasn't her. So they're obviously instead of the rails, it's a slap. That's a good sound effect. Okay, so Nintendo don't miss with their sound effects. They don't. These are premium sound design. David Lynch just died. I always liked his sound design, like crackling electricity and whooshing and swirling. Nintendo is right under David Lynch is the master of like using the right sound effects at the right time. And it's a distinct slap. Like you're slapping that Big ass. Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's a little bit different. So I don't know how the stability will be. Do I have a switch down here? I do have a switch. Oh, it's a little dusty. So here's my switch. This is the original switch. And look at I got the Master Sword and the Master Sword and Shield Joy-Cons, but they got a little bit of a creaky give to them, a little creaky give from the original rails. Mine are holding up pretty good actually. These are not bad. They're not bad. This system is so good. Like, you think about how many, like, it took a long time for people to actually start copying this shit. It kind of amazes me because, like, those Chinese handhelds that Russ from Retro Game Core keeps reviewing and they keep coming out, like, they didn't start making those until a few years ago. And then only a couple years ago did the Steam Deck come out, and then the ROG Ally. Like, people weren't copying Nintendo for like half a decade. And then all of a sudden they all started doing it. And so it's amazing. So this is the king returning home. And so I really hope the structural, what do you call it, fortitude while you're holding it. I hope that it's a little more, I hope it's a little more stiff. I mean, I don't mind the creaky give. Like, it's never bothered me, but it's there. It's there. And so I would like it to be more rock solid. RP, yeah, RP David Lynch. You know what? I'm gonna David Lynch. I hope you're dreaming, baby. Hope you're dreaming. What about price point? What about price point fair? I heard 450 or 500 Mario bundle. I'm hoping 400, but I know that might. I'm hoping 400. 400 for the base. But it could be 450, 500. It could be. It could be. I pay like the money's already spent. Dan always says this, but the money's gone. Like, in my mind, like, there is money. There's going to be money. I will sell something. Sell one of my kids' toys. I'll do it just because we gotta get this. I've been looking forward to a console this much since the GameCube when I was 10. There is need. I mean, the views on this presentation video are really, really high. So the as IGN once said of Ikaruga, the frothing demand for this system is just increasing. That's a real deep cut. Does anyone know my frothing demand reference? All right, so it's the Switch 2. So that is a good confirmation. I'm really safe scrubbing this. I'm savoring this. Switch 2 is obvious, but it's not. Because we all know what happened during the Wii U. You had Wii, which was one of the most successful consoles of the time, of that generation. And then they brought out the Wii U. And even I, like somebody who follows this stuff really closely, was like, so it's a different system? It's a new one? Because a lot of people just thought it was like some stupid tablet that you bought for your Wii. And they were like, I'm not buying that. I got a balance board. I got a tennis racket that I bought at Target that connects to my Wiimote for some reason. I got a Wii Motion Plus condom that I have to put on my Wii. I'm not going to get a tablet that connects to my Wii. That's not going to happen. So it was bad branding. Bad branding. It seems obvious. It seems maybe dull, but you have to. My controller just deconnected. You have to talk to the normies. You have to talk to the normies and say, this is the next one. And it seems like from the reaction, people understand that this is the next one. And that it feels like that should be obvious, but it's not. Talking about, I realize I'm not excited about the console at all. I'm excited to vlog getting the console. Yes, that's exactly. You're a content creator. It's in your blood. It's in your bones. You don't actually legitimately get excited about anything anymore. You just get excited for the burn and the churn. Nintendo Switch 2, there it is. The logo is literally the Switch logo with a 2. It's the second one, guys. EJ, what would you have named the Switch 2? Switch 2. I would have been the most boring but very vocal person on that Nintendo board being like, it's got to be the Switch 2, because my brain would remember the Wii U. And you know that you can't come up with something as perfect as GameCube. I mean, come on, GameCube. You just like afraid they could have retired after that one. Gotta run late, mate. Lunch break over. Bye, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. It was really good. Thank you for subscribing. And if you aren't subscribed, you should subscribe for these hot takes. Super Switch 2 U. Yeah, should have been new Nintendo Switch XL 3D 2. The Pretendo 69. It should have been the Pretendo 69. Oh. All right, so now we got games. So this is Mario Kart. I'm gonna be like completely honest with you. I don't like Mario Kart. I just don't. Mario Kart 8 did nothing for me. Mario 8 Deluxe, nothing. I never liked it on Super Nintendo. I played it, and I was like, oh, it's Mario. It's cool. It's Ethan Kart. I guess the closest I got to liking it was Nintendo 64. Mario Kart 8 has been... So, obviously, whatever this is, if it's Mario Kart 9, if it's Mario Kart X, if it's Mario Kart... What do you think? Is Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart X? Yeah, are they going to do like the Windows thing where they skip a number? I could see it. Or do they count the dumb mobile game as 9? That's the question. Do they count the dumb mobile game as 9? I don't think so. Because, like, for some reason, 9 doesn't sound impressive to me. And I think Microsoft thought the same. Especially after 8 bombed so hard. There's like 10. It's got to be 10. So, I'm guessing it's going to be Mario Kart 9. He looks like Mario Kart. So Mario, he looks good. I mean, he looks a little more like, I think he's got a little more of a roundish, maybe Mario Wonder feel to him. Almost like the original renders for Mario from the N64 games. Bowser's looking pretty wide. He's a wide boy, isn't he? He's looking wide, he's like a fucking rectangle. Luigi's cool too. Oh, wait a minute. We gotta look at that again. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I wanna see if I can pause it at the right spot. Oh wait. Okay. How do I? Can I just? That's pages. I want a page, one frame. I don't know how to use Windows. Sorry, guys. I want to pause at the right time. He does like a little stretch and squeeze. This is what I'm trying to... Like, if you see in the animation. Is this the... Do I press this button? No. I want to play... She does like a... Can I do pre... Oh, no, it just goes all the way there. Alright, maybe I can, like, magically do it again. But there's a little more of a playfulness to him. He's like stretching, he's squeezing. Oh, see, you can see some of the. It's like a little more of animation principles where when he bounces up, he stretches, and then when he comes down, he squeezes. So there's a little more liveliness to it, which is pretty interesting. How would you describe Mario's facial hair? Like a mustache? I don't know. It's a little more I mean, it's like it got like a bounciness to it. I would say it's got what would you call the mustache? I don't know. It's like it's its own things. So there's the dock. It says switch 2 on the front at school. You don't see the back. We don't know how much of a thick boy it is in the back. They don't show it. They're not showing it. They show only one cable. There's gonna be more than one cable, folks. This is marketing spin. Oh, and so you got the controllers back, the little doggy controller. I mean, it looks exactly like the Switch, the original. Again, I'm waiting for that Pro controller. Oh, here we go. We got the donkey. We got the donkey boy. So he's redesigned. He looks more like the movie. That's what all the kids on the street say. They're phasing out the Battletoads Donkey Kong. The rare Battletoads Donkey Kong was like designed by the same guy who did the Battletoads. And they're making them more like the movie. That's more like the movie Donkey Kong, which is they tried to make it more similar to the original Donkey Kong design. It still kind of looks like Battletoads, but a little wider, friendlier. I saw a theory that it's DK Jr. grown up. I don't think so. I think it's Seth. It looks like Seth Rogen. Yes. So there you go, Mario Kart. Oh, look at that! You got a Yoshi. Yoshi's got a burger place. He's got a burger place. I hope they're not using seed oils in their fryer. RFK Jr. is gonna go after them. It's gonna send them to a FEMA camp. I do like I like the accent. I like the little rail accent. I like how understated it is. I know people are like, "Oh, it's Nintendo Steam Deck." I don't think so. I think one. Look at this thing. This thing, the Steam Deck ripped off this. Nintendo can rip off whoever they want. So, in 2025. So this should, my guess. My guess is it's going to come out in June. June. I'm putting it down. Oh, you know what I did? I did register. I registered for the, like the New York thing where you get a chance to actually go and touch it. Like they had those registrations. I did that. So if I get registered and I go in, I'm definitely doing content related. I'll put it on the Red Cow Arcade channel. I will talk about it. I will do it if I get selected. I bet a million and bazillion people entered, but if I did, I won that lottery, I would do that for you guys. I would do that. I would make it content because, like I said, you got to burn, you got to churn. That's the content creator way. I was talking to another YouTuber about registering for all three. It will be at the GameStop midnight release. I'm going to order it from Best Buy and pre-order it if I can, or I will. I think the Wii U was actually for like a couple days you couldn't get it, so I had to order it from Dell.com randomly, and then the Wii U didn't sell ever again after that. It was very bad. I entered for the Dell, so I did the New York one. Because you can only register for one, and I did it on a Friday because I thought that would be less crowded. So I'll take time off. I'll do it because whatever. Nintendo launch happens only once in a while. You do this. You have to. Um, I really, really want to be there for a midnight release. Yeah, no, I'm gonna wait for the mail. That's what I did for the Switch. What did I order the Switch? I think I ordered the Switch from. I think it was Best Buy. It's Best Buy. I had fast fingers. I just went. I knew when the pre-orders are gonna open, and I clicked that shit, and I got exactly what I wanted. I got the gray unit, and I got Breath of the Wild. I love it. I'm really concerned about the scalpers. Yeah, baby. Oh, you know what I got? I beat the scalpers at. Is this? It's the yeah. This is the PlayStation, the DualSense, but it's the PlayStation 1 version. The color. See that coloration? Look at that shit. That is so beautiful. People were scalping this thing for like $200 on Facebook Marketplace. I saw it. I bought it because I'm not going to use it. I don't know. I don't even play PlayStation 5, but this is. I just saw that colors. And I didn't want the scalpers getting it. I got it on PlayStation.com or their store. They had like it went up. I saw Wario64 being like, "Oh, it's up. You can go enter the line and get one." And so I did, and I bought it. EJ would be like Mega Man outpacing the AI bots to get a Switch 2. Yeah, yeah, baby. I'm like, I go into the Matrix because I need to get Nintendo. I need the Nintendo systems. I need the PlayStation controllers colored like the PlayStation I played when I was a child. I got the OLED one pretty easy too. Let's see. I like a Super Nintendo Super. So that, yeah, I know that's the thing. Is like I wonder how many colors they're gonna be. And my guess is they're all gonna be this. They're all gonna be that color. That's my guess. I don't think at first I don't think there's gonna be that many colors, and then they'll roll out the colors maybe soon after. Or maybe they'll have a couple of Joy-Cons. I don't know. Maybe they'll have a couple of Joy-Cons. But I'm guessing that most of the packages are gonna look like that. And then all the cool colors they'll they'll gatekeep those till later. All right, here we go. This is important news. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and that's really important. So your little cartridges that you love to lick. I wonder what I wonder if there's gonna be a difference in Switch 2 game taste. Like we should do a taste test. Would you like me to do a live taste test when the Switch 2 comes out? Do I have a cart in here? What is it? Oh, it's Pokemon Shield. Pokemon Shield. Look at that. Oh. Oh. I've never done that before, actually. It is bitter. It is bitter. So I wonder, it'll probably taste exactly the same. I need to wash that down with some wine. Transparent atomic purple Switch. Yeah, baby. Atomic purple. So we know we can use our game carts. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with the Switch 2. Details will be shared on the Nintendo website. I believe what this is referring to, and this is my guess, is that there's some like the Ring Fit Adventure can only fit this controller. And that's what they're referring to. Like physically you won't be able to use these obviously in a Ring Fit Adventure ring. And also Labo. I think Labo has some like IR stuff too. In any IR games, because we did not see IR. Or what is it? What is that? This thing. There's not this thing. Or this thing right here. I've never had to use this. I don't think. Oh yeah, no. Maybe you can do your pulse on it. I think I did that once on something. Um, so there's not that. So any games that have that I don't think there's that many that use that, but my guess is that that's what they're referring to in this. I hope. I hope most games are fully compatible, besides horseshit. Steam Deck greater than the Switch 2. I don't know, man. I'm a Nintendo boy. I'm a Super Nintendo boy. And if you got Nintendo on there, if you got Zelda on there, you got Mario on there, it's good. You know, though, I love the ROG Ally. Probably as much as you love the Steam Deck. Because I've been playing the ROG Ally so much. And it has been so enjoyable to play some PC games. So, anyway, if there's Elden Ring, if they release that on the Switch, I'm going to buy it again. I'm going to buy it for a third time. There's Elden Ring on this bitch. So I wonder how, like, old games, if will they be like up-res, or will they be their frame rates fixed? Like, will you have to purchase like a patch? Will you have to purchase a performance patch for like Breath of the Wild or something? And how many of those will be available? Will some people just do that for free so that when you get the Switch 2, your game just works better? It's more like a Cleveland Steam overtaking. I'm pretty excited about this. Okay, did it give you a lot of time to read that? Nintendo Direct. So on April 2nd, they're very, very wise to do it on April 2nd and not April 1st. I'm sure April 1st is going to be a nightmare for fake Nintendo Directs and fake announcements. So you got the second. So this is the real Direct. This is where you get all the real shit. Where they will announce that actually Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll release that on both. Like you can get it on the Switch and it'll be shitty. And I remember thinking at the time when people saw the Metroid Prime 4 trailer, they're like, that looks a little too good. They were like, it's running a little bit better than I think the Switch is capable of. So it's gotta be on both platforms, my guess. You can buy it and you can use it on both. That's my guess. Some games are fine, but for their load times, Apex and Fortnite but take forever. I hope the new one can help with that stuff. EJ is a pimp. I am a pimp, baby. Got my purple Kirby shirt. Kirby's the pimp. Look at that. Look at that fucker. He's eating so much food. This gluttonous bastard. What are my hopes and what are my dreams for this Direct? I hope they announce Elden Ring. About Elden Ring, and you get to play with the Master Sword and Link's outfit. Because I would stream that. I would stream that immediately. I'd be like, play as Link, stream. That'd be my stream. I hope every game ever is ported to the Switch 2. Every single game. I want Bloodborne on it. I do want the performance patch for Breath of the Wild, like, immediately. Tears of the Kingdom immediately. I want those. My guess is that it's going to release in June. I'm going to say mid-June. And I'm hoping the price is less than $450. I don't give a shit about Mario Kart. Never will. I'll probably still buy it because my kids like Mario. I hope they announce... I know like Mario Kart is the bigger seller, but I just really hope they announce a 3D... Well, the 3D Marios are still a big seller, but I hope they announce a new 3D Mario for launch. I want it launch. I don't give a shit about Mario Kart. Give me the 3D Mario game launch. It's been, it's been too long. Mario Odyssey, it came out on the Switch launch window ish year. And I want the same, but faster. But at least this year. I want it this year. I want it for my birthday, September. If it releases by September, maybe October, I'll give them some wiggle room. I'll be a happy camper. If you don't release a 3D Mario this year, I riot. I hope they announce Xenoblade Chronicles 4, The Return of Shulk. Xenoblade Chronicles is a series I've not gone into. I played the third one a little bit. But it's too much for me. Too much. There's too much going on. I don't like it. I should try the first one. I have it on the Wii. I just never played it. There are great Pokemon and Smash Bros. Clones on PC now. Oh, yeah, that's true. Mario Kart 8 fatigue is real. Yeah. Well, it's just like, it's like anything. It's like Smash Brothers. It's like, where do you go from there? You gotta do something a little different for the next Smash Brothers. You gotta do something a little bit different for the next Mario Kart. I think the next Mario Kart, and I'm totally stealing Frankie's idea. It has to be like Diddy Kong Racing, where there's kind of like a story mode. I've completely wholesale stole this from Frankie. Don't think it's an original idea. I don't have any original ideas. I'm just a thief. But having said that, I agree with him completely. You got to make a story mode. That'll bring me in. You put a story mode in Mario Kart 9, 10, Mario Kart X. I'm there. You will get me into Mario Kart. If you put a story mode. Yeah, Smash Bros. Needs a story mode. Yeah, they did the Subspace Emissary in Wii. I like that. I like that one. I think it could be better. But I did like it. But you do need to do that. You're right. Smash Brothers needs an even better story. Real Frankie's idea or fake Frankie? It's real Frankie's. That was a real Frankie idea. You can tell too. It smells like real Frankie. What else? Is there any other hopes and dreams? I mean, I already have, like, Metroid Prime obviously should be cross-compatible. That goes without saying. I think that's like, it's like, if they don't do that, if they don't make Metroid Prime 4 cross-compatible immediately, what are you fucking doing? Like, you just give up. You just give up. I know, like, actually, Metroid's not even a big seller. Like, why do they even make them? Like, Metroid Dread sold like 3 million copies. But I'll play the shit out of it. I love Metroid Prime. Good God, play the shit out of that. What else? What else do I want? And you forgot Nintendo properties you'd like to see make a surprise comeback. Earthbound. Just Earthbound. I want Earthbound 4. Give it to me. But besides Earthbound, even a Mother 3 remake would be cool. If Punch-Out was really dead, then so am I. Punch-Out would be cool too. I would love it to be back and be like kind of like even more racist. I think that'd be really fun. But other than that, like I wasn't a huge F-Zero fan. I do like Star Fox, but like I guess you could just make Star Fox 64, but with more levels. Like, come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3. Reggie's always promising us Mother 3. He never delivers. Does he really kick ass and take names? No, he doesn't. He doesn't give us Mother 3. He's a coward. He's afraid of those Magypsies in there. The Magypsies are very problematic characters that you are going to have a really hard time adapting to a modern audience. Super Punch-Out is so good. I love the Wii Punch-Out. The Wii Punch-Out is awesome. I love that game. Um, what are some other properties that I would like to see? Um, Super Mario RPG 2. I don't know. I think that's it. Like, I mean, I'm a simple man. I love Zelda. This is the property I want to see. I want to see a Zelda with some real good dungeons in it for once. I hate I hate the Breath of the Wild style dungeons and the 5 million shrines. Just give me a good proper Zelda dungeon. You can make a big weird stupid auto generated world. Just give me some decent dungeons where I have to get some keys and solve some puzzles. Do it. I really like the speakeasy type vibe. Your children. Oh, thanks. Thanks for subscribing, dude. Wow. I legit do not like Reggie at all. Yeah, when he came out when he came on screen and he's like, he had that like that mid 2000s kind of like baggy suit, and he's like, I'm Reggie, I'm here to kick ass and take names. It was kind of interesting because the Nintendo was like almost like hibernating. And this guy just like woke us up. He's like, whoa, we're like, whoa. Because those GameCube things were kind of sluggish. Game Boy Advance was slowing down. And he comes out and he's like, you're gonna like this Nintendo DS. We're not even gonna show you any software. You're gonna fucking like it. And we're just like, oh God, Reggie, thank you. I don't know who you are, where you're coming from. And then he pulls out a Game Boy Micro too, and we're like, okay, I mean, that's kind of cool. But what's that other thing with the two screens? That's really cool. That's weird. We loved it. I remember thinking like, and then the PSP was announced. I was like, the PSP is gonna win. It looks like way better than the Nintendo DS, and but goddamn, Nintendo just obliterated the PSP. I'm watching this while RGB Pi is downloading, taking forever. Oh yeah, I got the RGB Pi right here. This is my Pi 4. Look at that SCART cable right there. This is one of my favorite retro game devices right here. I love it. I love it. Especially since I have so many like TVs that I modded with SCART cables, I can just play it. I love the save states. I love everything about it. I love the interface. I love that you can watch anime waifus on it. So good. I found 3 Sony Trinitron PVMs for $25. Oh, all right. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, there was actually I'm so bad. I saw another Sony PVM near me. Pretty good price too. And I'm just so I'm like okay, so I can have I have a Sony PVM right here. I can have this one in the standard 4:3 mode, and I can have the other one. I'll tilt it on the side so I can play vertical shooters right next to it. I'm so bad. I mean, I have like the worst problems in the world where I envision these situations where I have 2 PVMs, one that is 4:3 the horizontal and one vertical, because I want the option to play a vertical shooter in that orientation. Anyway, anyway. Did you watch the NFL playoffs game tonight? Who you got winning the Super Bowl? I do not watch the Super Bowl. In fact, you might remember last year I streamed on the Super Bowl and I called it the Super Owl version, a superb owl version, and I was playing Ocarina of Time, the N64 version, and whenever Gabora was on screen, I would soy jack. No, I'm not a huge sportsman. Superb owl. I'm not like that. Have you tried Vampire Survivors yet? No, I have not. I have not done that. Is there anything else in this trailer? I don't think so. I think it's just snapping. Oh, here we go. So this is the thing I applied to, the Nintendo Switch 2 series of hands-on events around the world. I did sign up to be in the drawing for the Friday thing, and if I do, I'm gonna make the a monster of content out of that. Balatro is the best game of 2024. That's the card game, right? And isn't like the guy who plays the Clive from Final Fantasy 16, he like is dressed as a clown and he like swears at you or something? Bad logo, bad number 2. I like it. I don't think there's anything else, right? Nintendo. I'm so glad they went back to red with Nintendo. Remember that like the Wii era where they're like, we're silver Nintendo now. Fuck you. Get back to red, you bitch. Red is strength. Silver is like we're gonna be like Apple. We're no. You're gonna be red. Red. That's not the Nintendo that I grew up with wouldn't settle for silver. Red is strength. What the fuck were they thinking? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the trailer overall? I'll give it a 5.5. I'm similar. I'd probably give it a 6. I think because there were so many leaks and people were you saw this thing already. This trailer, we saw like shady, seedy photos. It's like when Jennifer Lawrence, you saw all of her nude pictures. You saw them before, and you're like, you've seen everything. When they got leaked, you're just like, oh, we saw everything. There's no mystery anymore. Now, that's what happened here. We saw the Switch 2's we saw the Switch 2's butthole, and we've already seen it. And so when it gets announced, we're like, we've seen it. We saw it. So yeah, I agree. I think you're 5.5, 6. I did like it. I like the sound. Like just technically, I did like it. Like the sound effects, the music. I like the energy of it. But I agree. There's no surprises. Like even the Mario Kart. Like if you just like went up to me, he's like, guess what game they revealed? I'd be like Mario Kart. And what I would picture is exactly what I saw. Except the Donkey Kong. The Donkey Kong was a little surprising. But yeah. So yeah, so we saw Jennifer Lawrence's butthole on Reddit. We already saw all of this. So yeah. So then when they announced like, oh, the real shit's going to be in April, we're like, all right, is it going to be leaked again? Are we gonna go on Twitter on Elon Musk's X and we're gonna see like all the specs and all the games were leaked on there? Is Wario 64 gonna be like the leaks purport that this person was right before, so this must be true? So it's just there is a little bit of disappointment with this release. I liked it. I will enjoy getting this system. I am more excited than Jason is. But we did see Jennifer Lawrence's butt. So you prefer a red butthole over absolutely a baboon's ass. All right. Well, friends, I had a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do more things like this where I actually react to things. Elon's Wario performance on SNL was so bad. I almost want. Yeah, I don't. I'm talking about Wario 64. The account, right? Wario 64. This has nothing to do with Elon's Wario performance. Um, Wario 64 is a good follow. That's how I got this PlayStation 30th anniversary color DualShock controller or DualSense controller. Good follow. I really just want Mario Paint 2. Yeah, you and me both, baby. Mario Paint 2. That'd be freaky. Make it kind of like an animation thing. Have you can have Mike Matei draw some things in there and like Homestar Runner. So have a good night. So I stream every Sunday, 9:30 Eastern time. Actually, follow me on Twitter as well or X because I do announce when I'm streaming on there. But every Sunday, 9:30 Eastern time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time.